Dude, look at this. Why is Damwon so big? Look at this. This is biased towards Damwon. Who's gonna win, boys? It's gonna be Damwon because they're f***ing huge. They're huge. Alright guys, tier list. This is gonna be my rankings of expectations for the teams going into Munich. First off, SSG. SSG is a classic, like, I don't know, domestic powerhouse that kind of chokes in international tournaments. I feel like SSG for me is always gonna be a B or an A tier. It's about how high they can peak and how far they can go, but they're never gonna win. Like I did here, right? They got 4th in AL, and I highly rate Shopify and M80. And I actually rate Dark Zero a lot as well, but they're not really performing. So I'm gonna give SG a little B tier. I think it's gonna be a tough competition with CAG looking really good, Damwon looking really good, obviously G2, Falcons, Secret, all looking very good from Europe as well. So I feel like SSG, because competition is so tight, they're gonna be suffering a little bit from this. BDS is gonna be another B, I think. Again, potential, maybe, maybe not. They could be really good, could be kind of shit. I don't know which version's gonna show up. They kind of had like a really bad email stage, I would say overall, whereas Secret really turned it around. BDS didn't really fully turn it around. I want to see. I feel like this is... Let's do PC. Falcons S tier. I mean, again, this is Falcons we're talking about. One of the teams that we're expecting to go to the grand final. Shaiku's back in peak form. The mental feels a lot better. Leagueifag, the IGL in the interview said that we would have lost this series 6 months ago, but we've been working on our mental a lot this stage, and they can come back from losing positions. I still think they're gonna have nerves going to a grand final. They always choke those out, but I think that they're still like gonna be a top 4 team. This is their major to win as well. Wild card, for me, I actually don't know these guys very well. I haven't seen them play. They haven't really made a lot of international tournaments. When they do, it's kind of eh. They're not APAC level. I feel like D tier is kind of like an APAC special, if anything. G2, S level as well. Oh, top 4 is kind of hard. Depending on bracket, right? G2, Falcons, FaZe Furia, M80 Shopify. That's like the top 4, depending on bracket, is in my mind. So they kind of all make S tier. Secret, I don't have Secret making top like finals. Secret would never win the grand final. Other teams here like Falcons, G2, Furia, FaZe, they can go grand finals almost regardless of bracket, right? They can just, they're that good. Whereas Secret is only gonna make it that far if they get like specific bracket. If they get the bracket of death, you know, top 8, and they gotta play Furia into FaZe, I don't think they make the finals, right? End of story. They're not gonna beat those teams just like that. So I feel like Secret is gonna be like what I call like an A tier team, right? For example, Shopify is gonna be an S tier for me. I rate these guys a lot. I still think they need to make like deeper runs into tournaments to like be S tier. For M80 and for Shopify, I think the potential is really, really high. And I think this is their event to prove it. I feel like this is their event to kind of show the world what NA is made of and represent that region. Am I crazy for rating WTM in B? This is like the weaker of the counterparts of the region. Like FaZe Furia are gonna be S tier, right? They're gonna represent Brazil as the top dogs. That puts WCNM either in A tier or B tier. I'm kind of just doing this based on like expectations of performance more so than like placements, just because bracket is so relevant, right? So top 4. Hold up, I'm gonna cook this differently. I'm gonna throw a span in the works here. I'm gonna do top 4. 1, 2, 3. That's APAC. I don't know if D plus is D tier though. I mean, this is probably what I would end up with in that case if I had to. Falcons, Furia, FaZe, M80. That's my top 4. Shopify, Secret, WCM G2 is like my top 8. Yeah, I have M80 over G2. There's two reasons. One, G2 is a little bit downtrending. Not much, just tiny bit. Secondly, I feel like they've been overperforming like crazy. Like Loira has been the best player I have ever seen in stage 1 and parts of stage 2 of EML. Ever since Siege X came out, this guy has been fucking unstoppable. In scrims, in Pro League. I feel like that's not gonna stay. Like he cannot play this well for this long, this consistently. And when Loira stops shooting, G2's gonna lose a lot of fracking power. They haven't played very many official games because of the current layout of like the Pro League's format. Because if he shows up like he has before, and obviously Razor G2 does as well, I do think they're S tier. And they're S tier over like M80 probably in that case, and you flip this too, right? But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with this. Like CAG, I think is the best team in APAC by far. And they showed that in Melbourne. DD stepped in and he is hardcore IGLing every round. And it's given the 4 mechanically gifted players of CAG a brain. a set of eyes, a set of ears, and a functioning brain. The one thing I'm not sure about is where I put D+ or Damwon. I think this is NA's major. MAD has finally figured out their issues. Now, are they gonna win the whole thing? No, I don't think they're gonna win it. I think if MAD won the final, they're gonna get slaughtered like 3-0 or 3-1. Although I will say this caveat, I feel like it's this. I think screw the D tier. There is no D tier. Genuinely speaking, it's a very stacked major. I genuinely think this is a pretty stacked APAC lineup this year for this stage.